Hello. Hopefully the sound isn't too loud as compared to my voice. I sent the message in group chat, but you said do not disturb, so it may not have been. Oh, let me check. It shows the ping, I just didn't get the noise, or the sound. You want us in the call? If you guys want to join, you can. I just have to switch a lot of stuff around at the very last second here. But yeah, if you want to join, just say so in our group chat. I've got it up right now. For now, though, I'm just going to be playing until one way or the other. I can take care of the changes on screen when we need. If we need. It is pretty loud, okay. I've turned it down a bit. Here. Volume mixer. Okay, that's why. It synced up with the rest of my volume again, so... Hopefully it shouldn't be as overbearing now. Sorry about that. Well, I'm down for it. Okay, Alright, just give me a minute and I'll get things switched over. I'll call once I get logged into the desktop version of Discord. And I keep fucking up my password, of course. Let's see here. Sorry everyone, I'm just getting such into the call last second. Let's see. There we go. Hello.
Hello.
Alright, now I have to readjust the game screen because I made it extra big because we didn't have the icons in the bottom.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry everyone for the little bit of delay for the game. There it is. Ah, perfect. Almost perfect. It's not quite center. That's gonna bug me. There we go. Alright. Hello everyone. Hi chat. Sorry for the delay. Hope everyone's doing well tonight.
Okay, well we got some comments already.
Alright.
Kritosis, you are my waifu.
Thank you, I guess.
Zerados says, Kritosis, do you think it is wrong to say that the Fallout 3 and 4 games are fun, but not good games? And that they do have things that people can enjoy, so prefer over New Vegas and previous versions?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with people finding games fun. We've never said, you know, you can't have fun. That's never been a stance any of us have held.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I hate Fallout 3. You're not allowed to like it at all.
Yeah, no, of course you can have fun with something that's, has issues. I could see why people would have fun with Fallout 3.
Charging battery.
Oh god. How are you, Setch?
I'm pretty good. I'm doing some more edits to the script. It's 95% done.
Nice.
Give or take. I just need to see what this new class and everything adds to the game, which is going to be released tomorrow. And then, yeah, I got to get footage of the new class and everything, and then we can start putting everything together.
Nice. I hope that turns out well.
I hope so. It's 17 pages already, so hopefully we'll see how that goes. It'll probably dip into 18 pages for this, so yeah. Also, people are saying charging battery.
Yep. My headset went off again. Now, I know you could talk to the dog here before, just for it to... Nah, whatever.
Kritosis, Blank Thing asks, Kritosis, what do you think of Will Loves Video Games video on Oblivion?
Haven't seen it.
Zerados says, like, I prefer Fallout 4 over all of them because of the freedom of customization. Also, Robot Army Go Burr.
Ha. I mean, yeah, that... Again, I can understand why people would find... like, a lot of the weapon customization and armor customization and all that fun. I get it. There's nothing wrong with enjoying those games. I didn't realize Mary was still hurt. What the fuck? I forgot to heal the party when in town.
Let's see. Dragout Dot says, when are you speedrunning some Fallout 4?
No. I'm not a speedrunner, and if I had things my way, I'd play Fallout 4 as little as possible, which means fucking never again. Unfortunately, I still need to play it in order to complete the analysis.
Why does your headset sound so seductive when it charges?
I have no idea.
Green Tea says, sup, good folk.
Huh?
Oh. Green Tea says, sup, good folk.
Nothing much. What's up with you? These fucking trees won't let me run away.
Zoyster says, I like the customization, or I assume they mean think. I think the customization is fun, but it is superficial for a Fallout game, in my opinion.
Fair.
I agree to an extent. Customization isn't really the point in Fallout.
Yeah, that's the thing. The customization I understand why people like, but it's not what makes or breaks the game. Like, even if the customization system was 100 times better than what it is now, the substance of the content is still lacking, which is the issue. Fallout 4 could be an amazing game if the story, world, and characters were really well done, regardless of it having a customization system or not. But no amount of customization will make it a good game, if that makes sense.
Dragao Dot says, how would you rewrite the Children of the Atom?
I'd fucking retcon them. That's maybe a little harsh. I could understand a group that would worship a bomb or whatever. I just... See,
I would change it so that The children of the atom don't worship the bomb itself. They worship the energy and force that comes from the bomb. They see nuclear as a gift, and
Yeah.
the dangers of it were smiting heathens and stuff like that. Like, they would view the world, the apocalypse, as the heathens have been cleansed from this world, and now it's up to us now to listen to the gods that are, you know, this energy, this force. So I would make them more worshippers of nuclear reactors and, you know, the fission engines that are inside of cars and stuff like that, not the bomb itself and wanting to blow up this fucking tiny universes thing. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking there.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that's how I would change the children of the atom. I'd make them be kind of technophiles, only the thing that they worship is the bomb, is the nuclear energy itself.
You know how people have been doing those edits of Futurama and Simpsons clips to look like Fallout? Well, screen caps, I should say, to look like Fallout to make memes. Someone should do one about the inanimate carbon rod. Because remember in that one episode of The Simpsons, everyone is fucking hailing the inanimate carbon rod as like this hero? That would be Children of the Atom.
Yeah. Dominic the Donkey with $5 says, "Hello, you two in chat. Hope you're having a great night."
Thank you. Yeah, I'm having a good night. Hope you're having a good one.
What do you think of Fudge Muppet?
I'm not sure I've seen any of his videos. The name is familiar, though.
Fallout 4 don't need a better story to be a good game. Saying that a game is bad because you don't like the story is dumb. The game has many problems besides writing.
Okay, there's many problems with the...
disagree.
There's many problems with the game besides the writing, but part of the issue is it's a story-driven game, so the story is... Oh, alright. Well, I'll finish my thought anyways. The story is very important to a story-driven game. Because, especially in RPGs. Because without the story, all you've really got in Fallout 4 is the shooting and the settlement building mechanics.
Don't have a sleep like my usual sleep. Okay. Dominic the Donkey really do have a bottomless wallet.
Just say something quickly, Setch. I forgot to check your volume because I adjusted the other volume.
Hey, howdy ho.
Okay, let me just turn that up just a bit. There, that should be better.
Hey, people. Setch here.
Yeah, it's looking a bit better. Not quite in the yellow, but close enough.
Yeah, fair.
And settlement building isn't even that good in Fallout 4 without mods. I haven't played it with mods, but... yeah, settlement buildings feels like it's fucking slapped on.
I disagree with this one. At least Fallout 4 story has a better ending than New Vegas. New Vegas ending has too many variables. Fallout 4 ending is simple and nice.
I think he's trolling us.
Yeah. Yeah, I would disagree with that though. If anyone was ever serious and had that point, I would definitely disagree. Let's... God, Howard, I sponsor you and you speak bad about my settlements buildings. Yep.
I'm sorry, God Howard, but I'll always shit talk to settlement building. It is not good.
Dragoon says, there are games that I hate story-wise, but I love gameplay-wise.
Yeah, that's fair, but still, you can't... it can't be overstated how important story is to Fallout, you know?
Yeah.
And again, RPGs in general.
Yeah, and the more you look into Bethesda's backward ass thinking, the more it becomes obvious where the trend is fucking going. I've really been enjoying Patrician's video. It's fucking great. I can't wait to go to his Oblivion video.
Oh, it's good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm 6 hours and 16 minutes into his Morrowind video.
Ah, so you're pretty close to being done. Nice.
No username says, this is why trolls aren't funny. They say the most obvious bullshit. Dominic the Donkey says, as someone who loves designing and building games, Fallout 4's base game settlement building is so lacking in items, it's honestly pathetic.
Yeah, it feels... This is something I'm going to go into in the analysis, but it feels like they've got partial tile sets in there, but that's the problem, is that they're partial. It feels like there's a lot of pieces missing that should be there. And my best example of that is, there's this almost like small Quonset hut type objects you can build, where you've got a floor, and then you've got a wall that curves over top into a ceiling. And it's only those parts. There's no end cap for them.
We got some spiciness to talk about.
Oh?
This whole thing. Alright, so, Wasteland Kitty says, you can't separate the story elements and the gameplay elements in an RPG. They should go hand in hand with each other. I absolutely fucking agree.
You what? You cut it at the end.
I absolutely agree, is what I said.
Yeah.
Now, Dragoon Dot says, the difference is that Fallout 4 is not an RPG. They shouldn't, then why are they marketing as one? It's a shooter with RPG elements. They aren't marketing it as a shooter.
Yeah,
the game is bad besides story. It is bad besides story. Yes, the story is also shit.
Well,
and
even
tagging Wasteland Kitty and saying, except when the game is not an RPG and Fallout 4 is not. Sorry, they're marketing it as an RPG.
well, that's the thing too. Is regardless of any of that, it's a sequel to a long-running RPG franchise. It should still be an RPG. I think if they're going to change the entire genre, they should make it into a spin-off series rather than the main line, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, that's not... Gotta be careful here, because I think there are times where it's fine to change. But, like, Halo Wars, for example, isn't labeled Halo 3 or 4 or whatever else, you know?
Yeah.
And the two party members I was just using both fucking ran off. Meru literally just ran off screen. She went up, like, above the black border. Wow, we're really limited here. Yeah, I guess I'll keep,
Dude, Bethesda
Heschel.
themselves even say it's an RPG, so sorry. Sorry, Dragao, thought your point is invalid. Again, that's how they're selling this. Yep. Fallout 4 is like Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Both are basically shooters with shit stories. Raging Rat says Fallout 4 is an FPS with the tiniest amounts of RPG elements they could put in it. Basically.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem.
Give Fallout 4 a 10 out of 10 or unsubscribe, you goddamn toxic. Bro, why would they make a mainline entry in RPG? Like, duh, McFly, think. You haven't missed much, Cineum. We just kind of basically just got started, so.
Yeah.
Yes, no, sarcastic question. Yeah, totally an RPG. That was the most baffling thing when Emil like brought up that on stage. That was a horrible design idea, but they stuck with it anyways. It's like, oh yeah, it was actually really terrible because you had to come up with multiple 4 ways to say yes, stuff like that on where there's stuff you wanted to continue progressing. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Like, it's so bizarre because he explains, like, what an issue it became.
Yeah.
Just like, how did you guys not realize, okay, maybe we should try something else? Maybe we shouldn't go with this system if it's such a fucking mess.
Yeah, and here's the funny part. Didn't you just say that great games are played, not made? And you're now saying that playing this was a fucking nightmare and it was a shit system and a bad idea? Seems like a company that says they'll rip out anything and start over should have ripped it out and started over.
Yep, exactly.
So, just completely fucked.
Now that I made that reference, which is the best Back to the Future? I'll be honest, I've only seen the first one. I need to watch the other two.
To be fair, I'd say the first one, honestly.
Sorry,
but I do like the Wild West one.
Yeah, just quickly, King Aru, it is set to live chat. It's on live chat.
Yeah, mine's on live chat as well.
Oh god, it's not good. There we go.
Nice. Fallout 32, Brotherhood of Steel 2, The Electric Bill. Done with the Donkey in reference to Back to the Future. I really love 2, but I have a soft spot for 3.
Fair.
I don't know still how uncreative you have to be to not design something new when it's established that radiation mutates shit in such a degree. Boston has beavers, bats, it's on the shore for amphibians to come. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff they could have done with it, but again, as we discovered with Emil, effort is a dirty word at Bethesda. You shouldn't put effort in, ever.
That really seems to be how they feel.
It is fucking baffling to hear them talk about that. And then talk about how easy it is for them to make content for it, and yet the content is so vapid and there's nothing there. There is no content. Like, if it's so easy, why are you so bad at it? It's that weird thing, like, that's a weird flex because you're not good at making content. Oh, his thing for great games are played, not made, is that they shouldn't bother with design documents. Again, more evidence to the fact that effort is a dirty word at Bethesda. And you just make it up by the seat of your pants and play it, and if it feels good, it is good. It's like, oh no. No wonder their games are such a cobbled together mess of ideas. The word effort is a difficult word to say. I don't know. Difficult apparently is a difficult word for me to say because I said difficult.
Huh. Autumn has as much personality as the worn-out chair I threw out recently. That's unfair because a worn-out chair actually has a lot of personality.
Yeah, there's a story behind how that chair got worn out.
Yeah.
There's background to it. Autumn don't got that. Especially like, oh, the president would never betray me. He would tell me everything. And I am a loyal man. So wait, why'd you just betray the president?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and them crickets I hear? Alright, fine, I guess you didn't think that one through. Alright, continue. $10 from Dominic the Donkey says, yeah, we only got rad stags, blood bugs, and stingwings. Besides that, they just recycled old enemies in 4. Didn't know scorpions were native to Boston.
Huh. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Wasteland Kitty says, that's unfair to the chair. At least we see Colonel Autumn. At least he's done things to me and my family. Yeah, that fucking... Whoa, boy, that was that was a special, that was a special thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lanius is just some guy. It's like, what?
Yeah, I really don't get that argument. Like, I don't want to be rude, genuinely, but how the fuck? How the fuck do you miss what Lanius is supposed to be when the same dialogue that you're using as an example of him being some guy tells you explicitly, hey, the man under the mask isn't as important as the mask itself.
Yeah.
It's the legend of Lanius that's important, not the guy who's wearing the mask.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you miss that?
NPC number too long for me to say. They could have come with completely alien aspects and life forms. Rock-based life forms, gaseous life forms, parasites that emerge into big carriers to spread around fungal life forms. It was a clean slate. I agree.
Yeah.
There's so much they could have done with it. Especially because we know that that plants, flora and fauna will adapt drastically differently to radiation. Like earthworms, that in the Chernobyl area are fucking enormous.
Really?
Yeah, they're huge. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like they're the size of snakes or anything like that, but they're really fucking big. The 3 mole rat gods. Obviously, the rad scorpions escaped the super secret science fair happening the base that got nuked.
Huh.
I mean, what do you want? Would you like to see baseball players as enemy critters? Oh boy. A weird one. The whole like, I like the movie The Warriors, so let's let you be a baseball player. Therefore, it's like the movie The Warriors, right? It's like, what are you on me?
Oh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Matt missed that because he only looks at games on the surface level.
That very much seems to be the case. That's the impression I got with most of his arguments through the video. Because he even highlights, oh, a companion lets you into both Brotherhood locations in... Fuck. Fallout 3 in New Vegas. I don't know why that slipped my mind for a moment. But, like, they're completely different situations, and you're ignoring the fact that you can get into the Brotherhood bunker in New Vegas without Veronica. And he's also missing the fact that Dr. Lee isn't a companion.
Yeah.
Oh, we are coming up on a cutscene, so I'm going to mute my microphone for that and just keep things quiet for the cutscene. It's a big story part. It's coming up in just a few seconds, so I'm going to mute now. Just hold off on comments until I say.
Yep.
All life comes from this divine tree. In the beginning, nothingness filled the world. Then the creator Soa descended from the sky. And his followers created the world. In the end, Soa sowed a seed on the earth. The seed soon grew to be a great tree. The great tree bore 108 fruits, and various life forms arose from the ripened fruits. Thus, 108 forms of life were created to fill the world with life. The divine tree completed its role, but the story says it is still protected by the signet of Soa.
Alright, I'm gonna turn the game back down because I turned it up for that.
Alright, copy. So Dragoon Dot says, as I said, story is not the most important thing in a game, besides visual novels. Fallout 4 could not have a story and still be bad. Again, that doesn't actually prove your point, and also, our story is very important in RPGs. Like, yeah, there are some genres it's not important in, like brawlers and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah, like,
beat-em-ups, fair enough.
Minecraft isn't a bad game because it doesn't have a story. It's a good game without it. Pong isn't bad because it doesn't have a story. It's a fine game. And as we discussed last stream, Desert Bus is a 10 out of 10, so...
Yeah.
Just goes to show you don't...
Because it does exactly what it says it's going to do. It's your own fault if you go into it.
I almost accidentally said Big Rigs because we were talking about both of them at the same time yesterday, so my brain kind of scrambled them. But yes, Desert...
I would be curious, yeah, if we ever get anybody from EFAP on, that would be the question I would ask them and be like, would you consider Big Rigs over-the-road racing a 0 out of 10?
I'll just send it in on a super chat next time they stream. Is Big Rigs over-the-road racing a 0 out of 10? And is Desert Bus a 10 out of 10?
Yeah. Oh boy, that would be interesting. Dragoon Dot, they market it as an RPG. It doesn't fucking matter. Also, shooters can very much have stories, and really good ones. Like, you insisting that it is not it is a shooter, not an RPG. I would agree it's not a fucking RPG. It's one of the lamest fucking RPGs ever. But they market it as an RPG, they have it in the genre of RPGs, and they declare it as the most successful RPG of all time. Well, next to Skyrim. Which, I would also say, is pushing what it means to be an RPG.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have a funny bit in the review for it.
Huh?
In the review for Aliens Fireteam, gonna see if Ben will agree to it, but I want to get him to say. let me. I want to get Ben to say that. So here's a part. See if Ben wants to do the skit. Just voice. Yeah, but what about a real spicy take? Huh? In this game you gushed about is a 7. Give us one of your spiciest hot takes. Spicy, huh? Showcase Skyrim as a 2.5 out of 10. No. I said spiciest. Okay, fine. Showcase Doom 2016 at 8 and Doom Eternal at 6.5.
I actually haven't played either of the new Doom game. I've played a little bit of 2016. I haven't played the other one though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I'm seeing you again in chat.
Yep.
Why is chat you again? Ing. You again,
Game
Ing.
genres are not bullshit.
What?
Dragao Dot says game genres are bullshit. No, they aren't.
No. That's like saying movie genres are bullshit. There's like... Okay, if you tell me a movie's gonna be a romance movie, there's a good chance I'm not gonna fucking want to see it. Because that's not what I'm into. That's why genres exist. Part of why they exist.
Buy Skyrim for a limited time only. Well, that's the reason we call you Todd the Liar Howard. Killjoy asked, I'd like to ask, what do you think of the idea of a main quest in an RPG? Do you think it should be up to the player to decide what the main quest is? They definitely could be better written. No, I think there will always be a main through line that any RPG wants to tell. Like, again, in Morrowind, the main through line is you working for Uriel Septim to stop Dagoth Ur. It just turns out that you're also the Neravine as well.
Well, it's not just that. Uriel Septim doesn't even know if Dagoth...
He doesn't know you're the thing.
Well, no, he doesn't know if the whole Dagoth Ur thing is real. He sends you there as a puppet. He doesn't think you're the Neravine. You just fill some of the... Fuck, why am I blanking? You fill some aspects of the prophecy, so he's planning on using you to try and calm down the natives, essentially. Yeah. He doesn't actually expect you to go and fight Dagoth Ur, because he doesn't think you're the Neravine.
Yeah, basically, what he's doing is he's hedging his bets. You potentially could be this thing. He doesn't believe it, but hey, if the natives do, maybe they'll calm things down. But there's also a reason why he's been slowly feeding legionnaires onto the island, because he's going to deal with this problem whether you're there or not. You're just 87 gold coins worth of, insurance.
Yeah.
Outdated way to classify games? Strongly disagree. Games like Portal and Call of Duty are FPS, but are totally different. Yeah, they're still first-person shooters. Again, you have more descriptors you can tie on to both of those games, but they're still first-person shooters. So anyways, yeah, I think that there always needs to be a main storyline in an RPG. A main driving force to the world, the plot, and everything. But that doesn't mean the side content can't be just as interesting. And, like, Patrician's video has been showcasing all the fucking faction stuff. Yeah, some of it is hit and miss, but a lot of it is fucking interesting as shit. And will actually cross over with the main storyline.
Yeah,
or, here's a good one.
I love the interconnectivity of the factions. I just wish there was so much more of it. I wish all the factions were deeper, especially the Telvanni, because I think they might be my favorite faction in the game.
Yes. Here's a good one, which would be Divinity Original Sin 2. The overall plot is dealing with the disappearance of the divine, and that you are a sorcerer, and you need to deal with this, because sorcerers are considered evil, and the new, let's just say, governing body wants to hunt down sorcerers. But the storylines for each character, and even your own character, are very intricate. They weave in and out of the main plot line, and they have their own resolutions and stories that you can tell or you can ignore. But they're still there. Portal is more of a puzzle game. I agree, it's more of a puzzle game, but it's still an FPS. Again, you have more descriptors you can go into with it. It's not just an FPS. It is a first-person shooter puzzle game with physics manipulation. And in this case, the physics object being you.
Just quickly, I don't know if we're getting another cutscene up ahead or not. I can't remember, it's been so long.
Game should be classified by aesthetic, not mechanics. Wow, I highly disagree there. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, big disagree there. What the fuck?
Portal is a walking sim, changed my mind.
I should stream Portal at some point, too. I love that game, and it's been a long time.
Yeah, how the hell would you possibly do stuff like Divinity Original Sin 2 based off of aesthetics? How would you classify it off of aesthetics? If you're not allowed to use mechanics at all, isometric view is a mechanic, RPG is a mechanic, puzzles would be a mechanic, so you can't use those. The perspective of first person is a mechanic, so you can't use that. Like, how the hell would you ever do that? So you base it off of theme? Oh, fuck no, I would never base games off of their themes. Holy shit.
1 second. We might have another cutscene coming up in just a second, so just gonna hold off on any more comments until I find out one way or the other.
Okay, fair.
Okay, maybe not. I thought this was leading into a cutscene, but it's just more dialogue.
Okay, fair.
Oh.
Portal is a first-person puzzle platform. Oh.
It is a cutscene, I think.
Okay, cutscene.
Hold on before you say anything, Pagan. We're going into a cutscene, I believe.
There were 7 Dragoon warriors in the legend of the Dragon campaign. Dragoons, reputed to be the incarnation of dragons. With dragons at their side, the Dragoons fought boldly. However, in the age when the legend was reality, the Winglies dominated all, even the gods. The gods answered to dictator Melbu Frama's prayers and granted him ultimate power. But the power was abused. The earth of Saint Imperial Gloriano was scorched by the gods' fire and became ashen. The anger and sadness of the people was fuel for the Dragoons' cause. Then at last they freed the gods. Without the gods' power, the Winglies perished, and our age, the human age, began. Thereafter, the gods floated in the sky. For 11,000 years, they have been looking over the world, as the moon that never sets.
Alright. I'm gonna have to do a video on this game at some point, because holy fuck. It's been a long time since I've played it, and being reminded of all the story and stuff, oh my god. It's really well done. It'll be interesting to do an analysis on something I really like for once, instead of, oh, here's an analysis of Amnesia Rebirth, here's an analysis of Fallout 4, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, hey Pagan, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. Just still waking up a little bit.
Alright. Well, just so you know, we are on stream.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
Yep. Oh god, yeah. Portal has too much water. 0 out of 10, IGN.
That criticism will always be a fucking joke. There's too much water in a Pokemon game. The fuck are you talking about?
Yep.
There isn't even that much water in fucking Ruby and Sapphire. There's like 2 towns you can get to, or you have to go through water to get to.
Oh boy. Yeah, too much water. Negative 2 out of 10. Cretosis, it's 3. I don't know if that is reference.
I'm not sure either. Also, just quickly, I don't know if we're going into another cutscene or not, so just give me a second. Okay, he's just talking. A lot of story stuff happening here. This is where a lot of the game starts coming together, so it's a lot of story-heavy stuff right now.
Yeah.
Oh! God damn it.
Why did the gods
Is it a cutscene?
The black monster. He appears in various legends as a demon who rebels against and devours the gods. An evil plague that rejects peace in the world. The god that is the moon that never sets. The moon that never sets glows red every 108 years. It is a sign that a herald is sent to Earth. The herald is known to us as the Moonchild. The legend says the Moonchild revives the gods on Earth and purifies the world. The black monster abhors, hates, and despises it, and kills the Moonchild. This sad karma is endless. This god stays forever in the sky, and the world is in never-ending chaos.
Alrighty.
Yeah, no, really, if aesthetics is what defines the genre, do we have a singular game with cards then? Although I can play a ton of games with cards, but they should be called the same because the deck is same? Yeah, I don't know how you would ever possibly define a genre based off of aesthetics and theme. That's just fucking weird. Just keep the genres the way they are.
Yeah.
They aren't outdated at all.
Well, you realize how weird things would get if games were categorized by theme over mechanics and stuff, right? Because they'll be like, okay, Final Fantasy IX, the main theme in that game is death, as far as I'm aware. So it's like, okay, so here's games about death. That doesn't tell me anything about how they play, though.
Yeah. Again, genre is a very useful tool. I don't know why you're trying to reinvent the wheel and make it squared. Uno is Uno.
Yeah.
But I would disagree on Portal being FPS. It doesn't have a lean to shooting mechanics to beat enemies. It is, by strict definition, an FPS. That's where you can get your subcategories in. It is a first-person puzzle.
Yeah. But it's literally a first-person shooter. You have a gun for most of the game that shoots portals. Doesn't matter if it shoots bullets or not. And it's in first person. That's literally an FPS. I don't know what else to tell you.
What the fuck? That is horrible. Alright. Dragoon Dot says, games aesthetics are 8. Sensation, fantasy, narrative, challenge, fellowship, discovery, and expression.
What?
Those would be horrible categories for game. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Sensation, happy. Like, what? So, okay, so, happy, low fantasy, first person, hard, companion, exploration, fucking expression. I don't fucking know. Light. That is a horrible, horrible categorization system. I would roll up a newspaper and smack you on the head. Well, you're definitely not selling this document as anything but somebody trying to reinvent the wheel and making it a square. Because holy shit, that sounds absolutely fucking awful in every sense of the word. Oh god, imagine like that new system of yours would totally fucking ruin game surprise. What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to give the feeling you're trying to evoke, or the one it actually evokes because of a plot twist or something somewhere down the line? That is horrible. God, the more I think about it, the worse and worse it sounds. Okay, well, that last one. Aesthetics are the emotional responses evoked in the player. You don't know how every player is gonna fucking react, so that is a completely useless category already. I don't think anybody argued that mechanics can't be used for totally different reasons. Kurtosis, did you ever say mechanics can't be used for different reasons?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot just how much story we get in this segment of the game. There's a lot of things paying off at once.
Yeah, that's fair. Just make sure you do, like, cutscene or something like that.
Yeah, I will. I don't think we have any more cutscenes at the moment. But we're also getting a big reveal of one of the party members right now. For anyone who's been paying attention to the story, I know it's hard when we're talking, but...
What? Okay, so it's a completely useless categorization, because the emotional response is what is intended to evoke. So, not what players actually experience, therefore not what players who playing the game would realistically say, yeah, this is what I felt at the time, but what is intended by the developer. Therefore, if there are games where you're trying to subvert expectations and change things, a la fucking Undertale, what do you actually say the emotional response is? Because it's supposed to try to pull the rug out from underneath you. Just argued with people how Hitman is an offensive term. I prefer hit people.
What?
Oh, that's fucking funny. Zoidster says, I just argue with people how Hitman is an offensive term. I prefer hit people. That's fucking great.
Sorry, I'm reading the text, so I wasn't catching everything you were saying there.
Also, as NPC points in as well, what emotions are stuff like card games and trading card battle games supposed to entail?
Yeah, what emotions do you get from Slay the Spire?
Like I said, you're keeping this up, and it's sounding dumber and dumber the more you bring it up. If it was based on emotions, then there would be a lot of games labeled Buyer's Remorse. Dude, that would be a fucking fantastic label. You know how based of a label that would be? Purchaser regret, buyer's remorse. Martin Thompson asks Kurtosis, what do you think of Undertale?
I think it's an alright game, but way, 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 way overrated.
I agree. I think the community... I think it's a great game, but the community fucking... Oh my god, the community circle jerk on that just went insane.
Yeah, and I don't understand it. It's not that good that... I don't get it. And... Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that people went so crazy over that game.
Oh god, that would be fucking weird. Yeah, the fan base is awful.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the strongest examples, too, of, like, an insane fan base that is insufferable. And again, that's not to say that everyone in the fan base is. It's just the loud ones are really loud.
I don't know if I agree with that either. Volcano Games says, games are just things to keep our minds busy, whether by big stories to trigger emotional response or by challenging situations to trigger adrenaline. It's the same after all. I disagree because games can actually teach you things as well. It all depends on what the game you're trying to play is.
Yeah. Good example, actually. There's a set of games called Learn Japanese to Survive, which is all about teaching you an entirely different language.
Kevin Miller tags like, shit, what the fuck? Tripping balls. Randy Pitchford creating death threats to developers.
I think Randy Pitchford should be like a curse. It should be a curse word worse than cunt.
Yeah. Meme Night, while I agree with you, I like to not judge the game by its fan base. I think the game is fantastic. I agree. However, the fan base is so fucking toxic. It's one of those things where, like, they ooze and infest everything.
Yeah.
And so they just bring it all down, which is just so tiring. Typing of the Dead. Oh yeah, Typing of the Dead teaches you how to be a faster typer while you're playing a game.
Yeah.
Zoid Sir, you also have to look at Fallout 4 as a sequel. It having a bad story is disappointing about a Fallout game. Yeah, especially when the story is supposed to be the point in a Fallout game. Randy Pitchford, wrong. He's called Greasy Randy. Yeah, he's fucking cool. Greasy. I still love that joke from CV11. Randy Pitchford is so greasy. How greasy is he? Randy Pitchford is so greasy, he don't need to get a woman wet to go in.
Oh!
Oh! So good.
Yeah, that is a good one. Holy shit.
Comparing games by genre is almost impossible. No, it isn't. Have you seen how many tags do games on Steam's have? Yeah, and those are put in by the players. Have you noticed that any game that is remotely looks like a furry game has psychological horror as a tag? Any developer plays tag. But you can absolutely compare it. Again, that's where subgenre comes in. That's where things like roguelike versus roguelite come in. That's where things like Souls-like versus Souls-like come in. Well, yeah, they did say that that story doesn't matter for an RPG, so that was a big oof.
Yeah. I think Pagan might have died.
Maybe, or fell asleep again.
No, I'm here.
Oh.
Hey.
I'm fighting the demon princes in Dark Souls 3.
Alright, fair enough.
Do you guys think atmosphere is essential to a game? Personally, an atmosphere is what differentiates one game from the other.
It depends on the kind of game, because...
I'm trying to think of stuff like, would a card collectible game require an atmosphere?
Not necessarily, but even then, I would say something like Slay the Spire has something of an atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
But
what about something like...
Pac-Man. Pac-Man doesn't have an atmosphere, so... I wouldn't say it's essential, but if you're doing something more story-related, you probably need atmosphere. And, again, something like Slay the Spire, you can improve it by having a consistent tone and atmosphere. So, yeah.
No, I will absolutely say that... I will absolutely say the term Souls-like. I don't care if shill media has tried to run it into the fucking ground, but they don't even say Souls-like. They say, is the Dark Souls of, and they brought that back again, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Legend of Dragoon is the Dark Souls of JRPGs.
Yeah.
It is such a stupid way to fucking describe anything. Something is a little bit difficult, so it is the Dark Souls of such and such games. Like, fuck off.
The point here is, what's the main thing you do in Fallout 4 deciding you're shooting? Again, that doesn't matter. It's still classified as an RPG. It's still sold as an RPG. It is in an RPG franchise, and it does have some decisions.
Okay.
It's fucking shit.
Let me
it's still an RPG.
Let me give an example. If I hype up a game as being a big fantasy RPG with tons of choice and an in-depth mechanic system, there's skills, there's attributes, there's perks, there's fucking whatever, but then I release that game as Ride to Hell Retribution, it fails at the thing I built it up to be. I was told it was an RPG, but you don't get an RPG.
Yeah. Oh, you know, there's actually a modern event. There's a modern day thing to this.
Oh?
Cyberpunk 2077 was marketed as an RPG, was labeled an RPG, was sold as an RPG, and then when all the backlash came in, they quietly went back and they removed RPG from all of its stuff.
1 minute, cutscene. There isn't really any dialogue here, but still. Alright. We're probably going to be getting another cutscene in a little bit, but I don't know when that'll be, so I'll just let you know when it comes.
Yeah, probably. Cyberpunk is way more of an RPG than Fallout 4, to be honest. Yeah, actually, I kind of think that's accurate, even though it's not an RPG. They went back on that and removed RPG from all of its stuff because, oh boy, yeah. People were completely pissed that the starting things made no fucking difference and made no sense, especially if you picked Corpo and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, that'll be a fun one to go through. Again, Dragoon, it is an RPG. It doesn't fucking matter that the mechanics of the RPG are super shit and not well thought out and barely there. It's still an RPG. And again, the more you've talked, the more you have thankfully convinced me that genre is absolutely the way we should define things. Oh, hang on a second. I need to do some spring cleaning on my Steam.
Huh?
I gotta do some spring cleaning on my Steam list.
Ah.
Yeah, as NPC says, it's a shit RPG, has the elements. Yes, the elements are scrambled the fuck out, but they exist. Yeah. Yeah, it is also a shit shooter. That doesn't mean it's not an RPG. actually prefer Fallout 4 main story to the garbage that is Cyberpunk 77. Yeah, I think Cyberpunk 77 is not a good game. Oh boy.
That bad, eh?
Yeah. Like I said, there's a reason they had to start changing a bunch of shit that they said because oh my god, it is. Woo! It's a big yikes. But I personally would play Cyberpunk over Fallout 4.
Just quickly, it's thunderstorming outside, so if I suddenly go offline, that means the power died.
Oh, nice. You're getting the storm that passed us.
Bye, Kretosis. Have a good one, Martin.
Yep, take care, Martin Thompson. Dark Souls is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls. Yeah, Cyberpunk is a mess. It is a complete fucking mess. Dude, I had Mirror Boss. Okay? And if you don't know what Mirror Boss is, for Cyberpunk 2077, they found a new way to render stuff in mirrors. I don't know how they did it. But if you aren't playing on Windows 10, the game will kill itself if you look into any mirror for any reason for even a fraction of a second.
Wow.
Unless you put the FPS down to as bare minimum as it can possibly go.
And that's Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Wow.
I upgraded to Windows 10 so I could play Yakuza 6 though, so, you know. I
Oh.
don't have that problem anymore, but fucking hell, the fact that that was a problem and they said Windows 7 was a perfectly playable platform. Woohoo!
Just want to read a comment. Wait, Kretosis, I just thought of something. If clean water is such a big issue in the capital wasteland, then how the fuck does Twatsworth the butler give you purified water in your megaton house? And the robot in the Tenpenny Tower suite as well. Yeah, they could just give you a free bottle of water every few hours. Or like every day or something. But yeah,
Don't think about that.
and Mr. Handy can give you a pure bottle of water, but there's also a water crisis going on. Like, guys, just get a bunch of Mr. Handys together. I know they're out there. The game shows them out and about.
Yeah. What's even weirder is Megaton actually has a filtration.
That's the...
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It gets even weirder than that, though, because the filtration system in Megaton doesn't even give pure water. There's a water fountain in there, and it's irradiated too, so what the fuck are they even doing?
Yeah.
Clearly they just slapped a regular water fountain in that slapped it to every other building in the game, and they didn't make a unique one that has purified water.
Yeah. Yeah, Meme Knight, I agree. 99% of the dialogue affects nothing. There's only one life path exclusive quest, which is unacceptable for how it was advertised. Yeah. For how it was advertised, I wanted to be a fucking corpo in the Cyberpunk universe. I did not get that at all.
Oh, we might be getting our cutscene.
Woo! Cutscene!
Yep.
Right, so lightning does not work against them. Noted.
Okay, it's not going into a cutscene quite yet. I thought it was. I know there's one coming for sure, though. I just don't know where it is exactly. Nope, here it is, I think. Yep. Thought there was a little bit more to that cutscene. I know it's going to attack again, so we're in for another cutscene at some point.
Yeah. There's also a bar, but there's no distillery for a bar to exist. Oh yeah, there's lots of problems. I still think Patrician was onto something when he said that Bethesda were so terrified that people hated the Imperial City and Vivek that's why they made every single city fucking microscopic in Skyrim. God, I hope that that's actually true, because it makes so much sense for how fucked Bethesda's thought process is.
Yeah,
hey,
like...
Oh, go ahead.
Like I said last time, it seems anytime there's an issue with something, Bethesda's solution isn't to fix it, but to scrap it entirely. In most cases. Either that or limit the fuck out of it, because spell making could get really broken in Morrowind, and by the time Skyrim comes around, they cut it out entirely. But even in Oblivion, it was heavily limited from what it was in Morrowind.
Yeah. Kevin Miller says, "Hey Kratosis, have you ever been to Rayo Thompson?"
I don't even know what that is. Sorry.
Alright guys, keep it a little more civil. While I agree Dragoon Dot hasn't made a good point, don't start attacking them and calling them simpleton and shit like that. Come on, be better than that.
Yeah. Ah, we're getting the A-team back together here.
Oh shit, which one's Mr. T?
Oh, no, not... not the A-team A-team, I just mean the ones I've been using for much of the game. Dart, Rose, and Meru. Because the two I was using are the two who left the party for a bit.
Oh, bye. God Howard says, bye, Kratosis.
Oh, have a good one, God Howard. Thank you for stopping by the stream and blessing us with your holy presence. What? What? What are you bleh-ing over?
Holy presence of God Towered.
God Towered.
God Towered. Yep.
God towered.
Didn't you know that Todd Howard always picks the tower as his birth sign in Morrowind? It is his favorite game, after all. How you think he's gonna break in and steal your shekels?
One of the things I do as soon as possible in Morrowind is enchant an item with unlock 100%.
Yeah, I'm trying to like focus on what my characters would do at this point, because I don't want to fall into the same trap of like doing everything. So I'm like, would I steal that thing? Would this character steal that thing? Nah, not really. Would I turn in the, you know, bounty, or sorry, the taxpayer coins? Yeah, he would. My god, though, if I made Rigora, fucking hell, I'd be stealing everything left, right, and center. Fucking taxpayer money? I could get a bigger payout later? Pff, that sounds like work. I got free gold here. No username. Stop that. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking...
What?
Really? That hit me. Okay.
min-maxing in RPGs instead of role-playing is the ultimate battle of the genre. That's why I kind of like when min-maxing and role-playing have a good harmony with each other. Kind of like in Divinity Original Sin 2. Your characters are destined for great things, so you actually min-maxing and becoming godlike actually fits in the story. And I love that so much. And again, I don't want to, I'm trying not to give super spoilers on that because, you know, that's already pretty generic. You're destined for great things and you're a main character. Yeah. But no, there's all kinds of stuff that's like, there are reasons behind it, and I love it.
Oh. Damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry if I missed them calling you stupid, no user. But yeah, that's, don't stoop to their level.
Yeah, I'd prefer to keep chat civil. I know we won't always be able to keep it civil, especially if the channel continues to grow, but for now,
Yeah.
let's try to keep it as civil as possible.
Yeah, let's try and set the habit of it instead of, yeah, let's try and set the habit of keeping it civil. If we get the community, if we foster the community we have right now into trying to keep things civil, it'll go a long way when you get more and more and more people in.
Yeah. That's the thing too, though, is there might be times when we're covering a video where I might feel compelled to call the person making the video a fucking retard if what they're saying is really stupid. But
That was the Half-Life 2 one. I just
Oh, God.
I just couldn't take.
yeah, there was someone in the comments of
I
the
see
re-upload of the
those
stream
comments.
who there's a few people who like, someone said we had terrible arguments because we called him an edgy little boy. But, like, he didn't have any arguments in his video. Like,
Yeah, and he
not
said that-
actual arguments.
Yeah, and what he said he did was he killed every single scientist who dared speak to him or do anything even remotely off his pacing. He would just beat them to death with a crowbar. It's like, yeah, that's, you know, and he was proud of it. And he's like, yeah, that's fucking edgy as shit, dude.
Yeah. It's also a little bit edgy when he starts, like, yelling into the microphone about how annoyed he is that characters are talking to each other, or whatever it is that he started yelling about at that one point.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Because that's the thing, I don't even have an issue with yelling, as long as the thing that you're yelling is, like, accurate and done for, like, comedic effect. Like, holy shit, this game is so fucking stupid, you know? Example, Fallout
But
4.
no, you could tell that he was just getting saltier and saltier and saltier.
Oh yeah, it was pure
Oh my
salt.
God. And it was weird. Yeah, that one guy in the comment section, though. I don't want to say the name directly, but the dude that was like, yeah, but if Bethesda did this, you would call them on it. But now, no, because Valve does it, you don't call them on it, that they retconned in characters. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not a retcon. Jesus, did you watch the Oxhorn video and thought, like, Addition retcon was an actual thing?
Oh,
What the fuck?
sorry, I was reading the game again. What happened that led us to Oxhorn?
That guy, and I don't want to say his name, that said that if Bethesda did the same thing that Valve did, you would call them on it. But because it's Valve, they're
yeah,
sacred, and it was the whole like adding
Yeah.
characters in.
That fucking idiot in the comments, yeah.
The fucking insane logic. It's like,
Oh,
you know what logic is to people?
yeah, it was just bad arguments all the way around. Holy shit, those comments were bad.
And other angry video game nerd quotes, yeah. Dude, it was weird. Yeah, that Half-Life 2 video was fucking weird. Dude, I loved too that he's like, no, you would let them get away with it. And even in the video, we mentioned like, what's an easy win? What's an easy slam dunk of a criticism? Talk about the fucking airboat section. Because the airboat section ain't very good. They tried, and it way overstays its welcome. But yeah, it is not good. But no, he just goes on to stuff like, which one of the nameless scientists in Half-Life 1 is Kleiner? Huh, Plow! How dare you retcon in Kleiner? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And the person in the comments was making the same arguments. So my main point after that was like, okay, how the fuck do you make a sequel where you expand on the world and characters when the first game didn't have any solid characters, aside from G-Man and Gordon Freeman?
Yeah.
Like, it's just silly that you can't say, oh, hey, let's take this old model and say one of those scientists was actually Kleiner. That's not contradicting anything.
Yeah.
Because
so weird.
I'm not even sure how to describe that argument, because it's like...
It's not based in logic. That's the problem with the argument.
No, I know it's not based in logic, but that's the problem, is... How do you classify the original game, use generic models, and the sequel built up characters based on a couple of those models? Like, it's neither game's fault, really, because when making the first one, they didn't know they'd be needing more,
more distinct character models, and maybe
Yeah.
there wasn't a budget, because again, when the game was made, it was the first time skeletons had been added to models to do the animations.
Yeah.
The first time in gaming history.
Yet they're acting like it's a huge issue. Well, every guard in Half-Life 1 is Barney, so which Barney is the Barney in Half-Life 2? He must be all of them. It makes no sense. Like, it's such a stupid and childish fucking argument.
It was so fucking bad. So, base games on what they are and not what they're intended to be. No. Oh, wait. No, Wasteland Kitty's still doing the argument with the other one. Yeah, I've definitely dropped that argument, because, like I said, I know I've been further convinced that genre is absolutely a great thing. It helps to initiate the conversation. Do you guys prefer slow or fast pacing? Mine entirely depends on the genre.
Depends on the genre and depends how I'm feeling.
Like, if it's an RPG, Divinity Original Sin 2 is a good example. I'm fine with it going slower pace and letting me plot things out and plan things and how to, like, take advantage of all the mechanics that the game has. If it's something like Dusk or Ultra Kill, I love the fact that it's super rapid, you know, and fast-paced.
Yeah.
Keep getting so close.
pretty much as soon as fucking Miranda shows up, Shauna gets yeeted out of the entire fucking game.
Yeetus, deletus.
Well, she's not a party member for the rest of the game after this, so she just got completely replaced. She is still important to the story, though. That's actually why she's removed from the party. Oh, and we might be at the other... Oh. The next cutscene should be coming up any minute now.
Oh, this is horrible.
What?
I put on a modifier in Aliens Fireteam Elite that you're not allowed to change magazines or reload or anything while you have ammo still in the magazine, and it gives you a bunch of bonus stuff. Unfortunately, I'm hearing because my allies are trying to reload. Oh, this is horrible.
Alright, we're not getting the cutscene right now. I think we do it after the next couple bosses.
I'll put this in the review. I'll have to mention, do not use stuck magazines with AI. No, it doesn't make sense, Dragoon. It doesn't make sense. Stop.
Die. Hard blade.
How'd you get from building sim to bacon? I don't know. God, this is unbearable. This is unbearable.
What?
This is it keeps going on in this game. This is unbearable. This is fucking horrible. AI, please.
Fuck.
Don't get greedy. Back off.
Die. Hard blade.
Oh, I did it. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, it sounds like it was tough boss, whatever you were fighting.
Yeah, it was. The demon princes are one of the hardest bosses in the game.
Yeah.
I had to pull out the big berserk buster sword looking thing to kill it. Yeah, once you get it down to low health, you just want to rush in so bad and be like, just kill it, but oh, you can't do that. You gotta back up.
God damn it.
Oh my god. Well, there's a fucking take.
Yeah, I saw it and stopped reading partway through.
The GTA 5, the GTA 6 one, yeah.
God.
Hammer spin.
I really love the theme for this area. And we're also coming up on one of my favorite parts of the game as well.
Nice.
Man, that conversation is still going on.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Glad to see the chat's still stuck in the same conversation.
Yeah, it's really going on still.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have too much to talk about right now. All I can do is mindlessly gush about how much I fucking love this game.
Yeah, NPC, I'd just say fucking drop it. I think Dragoon has said all they can say on it. I don't think anybody's going anywhere. I think the thing's just spiraling and spinning.
Yeah. Man, I've been really looking forward to this part of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, if only YouTube didn't remove DMs, this could all be avoided. So this Legend of Dragoon thing, it looks nice.
Very, especially for a PlayStation 1 game. They managed to do a lot.
Yeah.
God. I'm so happy to be playing this again.
I was going to ask, anyone here play any of the Ace Combat games? I have not. Kratos, have you played any of the Ace Combat games?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either.
So, about Elder Scrolls, when are we getting newer scrolls? Oh, I don't know, I don't work for Bethesda.
Starfield is coming next year, right?
I don't know.
Okay, if we assume Starfield is in 2022, then Elder Scrolls 6 is probably going to be in 2026 or 2027, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Unmore was asking, which one of them is the main character?
Okay, I could show this off quickly. Replace, there. So Dart, the one at the top, is the main character. He's always in the party unless there's a story thing where we get someone else for a little bit. After that, Rose and Albert and Shauna are pretty much the main characters. Shauna isn't here anymore. This is Rose here. This one highlighted over here is Albert. Haschel and Kongal are kind of more background characters. Mayro is tertiary, and I guess Miranda is tertiary as well. But I like them all. They're good characters.
Oh, if you're interested, I'd recommend starting with 4 or 0. Those are the Ace Combat games.
Alright.
Wonder if Microsoft will be okay with Bethesda's very slow releases, though. I mean, why wouldn't they be if they make so much money? "16 years for a sequel to the best-selling Western RPG? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's unfortunate it's the best-selling RPG. I can see them wrestling Fallout away from Bethesda to give it to someone else because they take way too long between games.
Hard blade.
There's potential there because they do own the rights now, but I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't bet on it because Bethesda makes money.
Hammer spin. Die.
Yeah, I agree more with Zoidster. You don't just ignore the marketing when reviewing something. You review everything that has to deal with that piece of media success or failure. Either way.
Yep.
I think you can't just ignore the marketing. Like, if they push it to be one thing and it's a bait and switch, or they use deceptive practices, or they do shit like what Funcom did with Secret World, and they sneakily nuked the Secret World page on Steam and folded in all those positive reviews from the Secret World onto Secret World Legends to make it look like people liked Secret World Legends.
Oh.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit.
that's fucked.
It was super fucked, and I am still mad about that.
Die. Hard blade.
So you didn't... Okay. Dragao Dot. I didn't know Fallout was supposed to be an RPG franchise in the first place when I first played Fallout 4. Okay, so that's your problem. Like, I don't know what you want us to say here. Seriously. I don't know how you don't get this. I wish we had an FPS series set in the strange real wars. Playing a glorious Belkin Freedom Fighter would be great. Freedom Fire. If 76's shop gets any more predatory, Microsoft will leave it right where it is. Yeah. Meme Night, did you know dogs don't actually know what you're saying and only react based off the tone of your voice? Yes. Penn and Teller. Wow. Did I just mix Helen Keller with Penn and Teller? I think I did. Yeah, Penn and Teller are showcasing it, where he was talking to his dog. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you, doggy. I'm gonna cut you up into little pieces. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. And the dog's all like really happy and everything, wagging his tail. And he goes, meanwhile, if you try to say something nice, I love you, dog. And the dog's like, he's like, yeah, see, they don't give a shit about what you're actually saying. It's the tone of your voice.
I love that bit.
I do love that. I love you, dog. And the dog looks like suddenly turns into the fucking concern.jpg.
Yeah.
Tell and Teller.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but Helen Keller is certainly my favorite magician.
Yeah, and you should base your criticisms on what you're playing, not what others tell you. No, what others tell you should be a part of it. If the marketing literally says it's an RPG and it's really fucking shit RPG, bring that up.
Yeah, the marketing is
You
just
do-
as much as part of the game.
You do all aspects of it, Dragal. I don't know why you don't get this. You do everything on it.
We're also not just criticizing the game, we're criticizing the company and their tactics as well,
Die.
which goes into the game.
Blade.
If
Yeah.
they're going to market it as an RPG and say it's a full-fledged RPG in the marketing to get people to buy it, and then it's not that, that reflects on the game and the company.
Yeah.
Not just, it's not just a commercial that you don't need to not pay attention to when reviewing it.
You keep making that claim, Dragal, and it ain't working. Maybe you should stop. Marketing is not part of the fucking gameplay.
It doesn't
Marketing
matter.
is part of the overall fucking package. Do you not understand this?
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Oh my
There's a reason that there's laws about false advertisement. Now, it's not something we can actually get Bethesda on, but if they say it's one thing, then they give us another. That is absolutely an issue.
Yeah, I don't. Why is he focusing so much on this one? The gameplay, okay, we get it, but
Okay,
that doesn't
listen,
change
you
the
don't
fact.
have a point, Dragal. You do not have a point. You didn't have a
Yes.
point earlier, as people kept trying to tell you. Drop it.
You're hyper focusing on one aspect that only covers a slight portion of the entire game. You're not looking at the bigger picture of, yes, it is mostly a shooter, but they did not advertise it as that. They advertised it as an RPG. It is an RPG completely. Like, whether you want to think so or not, it is an RPG, and they lied about how much of an RPG it was. And it's shit. It's really bad. Get
Like-
over it.
Hello there says Microsoft giving Bethesda 18 months to develop a game would definitely be satisfying. It'd be amusing. I don't think it'd be satisfying because I think it would highlight exactly everything wrong. Oh no, actually maybe that would. I take it back. That'd make it even more satisfying because it would highlight to all the Bethesda fanboys that yeah, this is exactly the problems Bethesda has. If they had marketed as a shooter, we would still bring up the marketing. We would still bring up the RPG elements in the game. It doesn't matter. It's part of the entire package. Like, seriously, we would, if they called it a shooter, we would still highlight the terrible RPG mechanics in it because the RPG mechanics are still in the game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
There's other games that do this that people criticize them for. Just because it's more one thing than the other doesn't mean you don't still talk about the other things in the game. That's just a dumb argument. Why would you skip those things in a review?
And a critique of any kind. A review should bring it up, but my god, with how loose review is.
Yeah, good point.
Fallout 4 is the best Call of Duty game. I still love that quote of Fallout 3. They were trying to make it the next Call of Duty, the next Halo. It's like,
Oh.
boy. So fucking. why would you if those weren't marketed, huh? What? Because you're supposed to be critiquing the entire fucking package. Are you that much of a fuck? Oh man, I gotta stop myself there.
Ah, wow.
Let's just say your argument is incredibly shit.
Yeah, holy crap. Well, they didn't talk about this one thing in the advertising, so why would you talk about it when playing the game? I don't know. Why would you? Why would you talk about something in the game? Why would you ever do that if it wasn't mentioned in the commercials? Jesus. What kind of take is this?
It's fucking horrible.
You're trolling, right? Please tell me you're a troll and not actually believe this stuff, because
No, because they
Holy
tried to
shit.
say that there's a great web document that showcases exactly this thing about genre and everything. I'm like, oh boy, the one thing you've convinced me of is that genre is the superior method.
yes. Oh
By
my
far.
god. Woo.
Man, oh man. Okay, because I know the stream is delayed. I'm not gonna do this right away. But here's the thing. You're gonna fucking drop it. That's how this is gonna go. You're gonna drop it. You tried. You convinced whoever you've convinced, and you've convinced the rest of us that you're wrong. So, just drop it. And if you don't drop it, and again, I know the stream's delayed, so I'm gonna let plenty of time elapse. If you don't drop it, you're gonna sit in timeout for a while.
Genre is a bad method to judge? No, not at all.
No, it's not. If anything, you've
I
strengthened our belief in that it is a better way of doing it.
really wish there wasn't so much of a delay.
I do too.
Yeah, the delay's annoying.
Like I said, I'm gonna give it like 10 minutes or something, so there's plenty.
Oh,
of
there's not nearly that much delay. Oh god, this room. Fuck this room. I hate these things.
Dragao, we already explained this. You judge the entire package, and marketing is part of the package. You judge all of it.
Yes.
Yeah, again, we're gonna piss off all the New Vegas fans when we go into a near complete analysis of New Vegas, because we're gonna be highlighting all of its flaws, its faults, its warts.
Yeah.
But the game is still good.
And let me put it this way. If someone was reviewing a game or a movie or anything, and all they talked about was what was in, because he did switch and say that, you know, like, well, why would you talk about something else if it wasn't in the marketing? Okay, well, let's say you talk about a movie or a game, and you talk about the stuff that wasn't in the marketing, and all you talk about is what was in it. So you talk about one single aspect, but then let's say that game, I don't know, let's use Cyberpunk as a good example. And you only talk about the stuff you saw in the marketing, well, after playing the game, and you don't talk about any of the bugs or any of the poor writing or any of that stuff, people would be like, why are you not talking about that? Why are you not talking about this? Why are you not talking about
Bye-bye!
that? Well, no, I can't. You can't talk about that because it's not in the marketing. I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk about that. That's the rule. You can't talk about it unless it's in the marketing. It doesn't work that way, and it's the same with the vice versa. It's you could talk about everything. Everything goes into it.
Yeah, Dragao asked for it, literally begged for it near the end.
What, did he actually say ban me?
No, he said, because Buzzer was saying, dude, you need to be careful. And he says, I don't fucking care.
Oh.
Okay, bye.
Okay, well, if you don't care, then you won't mind if you get banned either.
Bye-bye. Again, I don't know why this has to be explained. It's fucking obvious. You do the entire package. the entirety of the game, and marketing is absolutely part of it. It's how they sold the game. It's how they
Yeah.
got the game into people's hands and in the people's homes and on people's screens.
Aliens Colonial Marines. There's a good fucking example
Fuck
of
yes,
why you
Aliens
talk
Colonial
about.
Marine.
There's a good reason why you talk about the marketing for a video game. There's a. It's kind of set the standard as to why you should talk about this stuff.
Exactly. The fucking marketing is important. Again, fucking Aliens Colonial Marine is a shit game all on its own. However, the marketing absolutely takes that to the next level because they falsely advertised it completely. No, he wasn't banned. He was timed out. He's not banned. And yeah, that was the first dislike that popped up. I wonder who it was from. But no, he's not banned. He's timed out. Like I said I would do, I would time him out.
Yeah, guys, I was just using banned as a loose term. I wasn't actually like, if I was being very specific, I would have said timed out, which is more appropriate because that's what it was.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh nope, there it is. He switched it from a thumbs up to a thumbs down. I saw it go. Anyways, yeah, it's oh boy. I can't believe that you're just supposed to ignore elements that aren't the main part. That's so no. You never do that.
Yeah, I've never heard that take before. That is the first time I've ever heard anyone say that.
That was the first time I heard someone say you should define it based off the emotion it instills in the player. And I was like, what?
Yeah, what? Because not everyone's gonna have the same emotion about something. There's
Yeah, I agree. Boy, oh boy. The menu in the restaurant is the part of your dinner in that restaurant. Yeah, because you know exactly what you're gonna get.
yeah.
I mean, he might. Again, if he keeps it up, he'll just get timed out again. Again, he had his say. It's not gonna be like Yeetus Deletus from the VOD or anything like that, so his say will entirely be there, and people can judge for themselves if they agree, if they disagree. But holy crap, I am very much more firmly than I ever thought I was, because I thought there might be a better way to define them than just genre and subgenre, but no, now I think I'm even more convinced than ever that genre and subgenre is the way to go. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He might be fucking with us. Yeah, who knows? What if Fallout 4 terrifies me? Should Fallout 4 be a horror game? No, because then they said it's based on the emotion that the developer wanted you to feel. And that is... like, what? Because, man, talk about, like, cutting out the rug from underneath you. Like, and I used Undertale as an example. So what are they supposed to put for the emotion you're supposed to feel in Undertale? Because they're trying to trick you. That's the kind of the point of Undertale. It tries to trick you into playing it like a normal RPG.
Diamond dust.
Yeah. Yeah, aesthetics defining the game genre. That was also a weird one. Like, how would you ever do that? And not mechanics or anything. Raging Ren asks, Joseph, which one y'all be doing first? Skyrim or New Vegas? Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim.
Yeah, we've already got the script for part 1 well underway. There's actually probably not a whole lot left for us to do on that. Like, obviously we
Yeah.
still have to talk about,
Dungeons and puzzles, but I kind of want to hammer home the point and earmark every single dungeon that has one of those stupid picture match things. So I think I might like make a god mode character and just go in and go to every single location.
Yeah, that would probably be the best way to do it.
Yeah, and then I can point out just how many times, because it's a fucking lot. Yeah, but I also gave them plenty of time to stop me, Knight. That's why I said I would give them plenty of time because I know there's a stream delay. And they didn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to because it's the thing that just happened. So yeah, if you guys want to bring up other topics, feel free. But it's, yeah, it is kind of hard not to talk about it because it literally just happened, so.
Diamond dust.
Oh no, it wasn't just a few months before. So this is where we're talking about why, if you've got to do Cyberpunk 2077, you need to talk about the marketing. So 666 says CDPR, CD Projekt Red, was for selling around 8 years Cyberpunk 2077 as an RPG. They even used lots of lies for it, especially during their gameplay video of 2018. And just a few months before releasing that game, it was officially sold as an action-adventure game. No, they still called it an RPG on release as well. Like, their Twitter and everything was still calling it an RPG. And then the shitstorm happened, and suddenly they changed it to an action-adventure game, and the theme on Steam changed to action-adventure and everything, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Raging Ran asks, we got a date we're shooting for. I'd say anytime before November. Or we could do it on November, that'd be fun.
Well, if we get it soon enough, I can just upload it and schedule it for November 11th and celebrate Skyrim's 10-year fucking anniversary by releasing a video shitting all over some of its aspects and starting off the analysis.
And yeah, Wasteland Kitty, I didn't ban them at all. They're just timed out.
Yeah. They'll be back, don't worry.
I mean, that doesn't mean they'll stick around for the stream or anything, not at all, but yeah. There's nothing stopping them from coming back and talking again.
Yeah. You guys can talk about topics. It's just when you guys are going to sit there and talk about the same thing over and over and over again and being kind of a dick about it the whole time, disrupting chat, and then we warn you several times to stop, you're going to get timed out.
Hammer spin.
Oh, they were also doing it in the Discord server. I just checked. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And then they bailed out of the server after they said that they were angry now.
Oh, what? That guy did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's in the Fallout channel.
Yeah, I'm just about to go check that.
Let's see. Well, don't. Stating my opinion. Okay, don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude, but I know he's probably not in stream chat anymore, but man, when you're judging a shooter as an RPG, there's a problem. No, it's oh my god.
We're judging all aspects of it. We don't, because a game's a shooter, we don't therefore go, oh, so these RPG mechanics don't matter. We'll just, not talk about them at all in the review ever. It's like,
Wow.
what? That doesn't make
Yeah, I
any
just read
sense.
what he said, and dude, it's not even that. It's not even just that we're looking at the marketing and saying, oh, well, it's an RPG because they said it was in the marketing. No, you look at it, it's Fallout. It's an RPG franchise. The entire franchise is an
Well,
RPG.
I think here's the greatest example I could possibly give. Well, maybe not the greatest, but a good one. So, Halo Infinite comes out, and it's a kart racer, and that's what the series is from now on. It's not an FPS shooter that has... Okay, I heard the story wasn't good after 3, so never mind about that. But it's no longer an FPS, it's just a kart racer from here on out. People would have a right to be fucking pissed off that a long-running FPS was turned into something it's not at all.
Yeah.
It's entirely valid for criticism.
Yeah, and the game is not even meant to be an action-adventure game or an FPS shooter entirely because as Bethesda said, and this isn't even just marketing, it's literally the game where they want it to be an RPG. They just don't do it very well, and they keep stripping the aspects out of it. So to say that, well, you can't judge this shooter as an RPG, yes, you can, because it's an RPG. We're not even talking about marketing anymore. This doesn't even have to do with the marketing. This is just the game itself is an RPG. It's just a really fucking bad one.
Bethesda themselves consider Fallout 4 to be an RPG.
Exactly. That's not even marketing.
Now,
That's just them straight up saying it is an RPG.
Now we can fully get into the whole death of the author thing, and I absolutely agree with it. But this is one of those cases of they call it an RPG. They have RPG mechanics. There are choices and everything in it. Like, it's an RPG. It's a really shit one, and they overemphasize the shooting. I fucking agree, but it's still an RPG.
Yeah, because they are.
It's just like what 90% of the 90% of the choices are who do you want to shoot at to resolve this quest? I think that's fair. Hold on. How many quests ended where you could just have a dialogue and end the quest?
Oh, okay, so I know there's Order Up.
I don't know if I want to consider the main quest because a lot of those are like go to this person and talk to them, or like go to Cogsworth and talk with him, stuff like that. So I don't really consider that like a quest, kind. Yeah. Let's see. When freedom calls, you physically have to fight.
Even the collect the paint can quest, you have to fight raiders unless all you do is run in, grab the items, and run out and ignore the combat.
Taking Independence, you have to fight. Old Guns, I'm pretty sure you have to fight.
Yeah, that's the one where you get the blueprint for the
artillery.
The artillery, and that involves an underground segment where you have to fight a robot.
Form ranks. Or sorry, inside job, I missed. So I don't know about that one for inside job. Yeah, I'm thinking there are some quests here you can end by just talking. But yeah,
they're very, very rare.
Yeah, most of them are definitely you've got to fight. You have to fight. All right. You have to call it marketing. You sculpt a beautiful woman. You said as creator that you aim to make it a beautiful woman. You sculpted penis. Even without selling it, you just made a penis. You pay for a chance to get a loot box, which has a chance to give you a still picture of Master Chief in a bikini. Whoa. I say it should have been. ODST is like Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. It's a standalone expansion.
Hold on, you know what would be even fucking funnier? For the Master Chief in a bikini thing? He's still in his armor, it's just a bikini on top of the armor.
That would be amusing. There is one quest, no combat, the one where you're kicked out of the institute. Well, we've named a couple that are.
Yeah, but the one
combat.
where you're kicked out of the institute isn't an actual quest, though. It's literally just there's no goal or objective to complete. It's just you teleport into the institute, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're not letting you in anymore. Goodbye," and that's it. That's the extent of banished from the institute.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's ways to exploit things. There's ways to do pacifist runs and everything like that, where you exploit AI by bringing a companion along, dismissing them right as the battle starts, so therefore it doesn't technically count as you doing it.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a whole other different ballpark of stuff. Yeah, that's the script ready. I literally just have to wait.
Nice.
I've just got to wait for this new stuff.
And even if we did just classify Fallout 4 as a shooter, we would still criticize it for being a shit shooter.
Yeah.
And its
for
RPG mechanics.
Yeah, and its shitty RPG mechanics, and the fact that the story is still bad, because when you talk about... Because if you talk about a Call of Duty campaign and it sucks, you're still going to talk about the Call of Duty campaign. You're still going to talk about the story.
But people are only there for the multiplayers. It doesn't fucking matter. The
Doesn't
game includes
matter.
single player. If the game was multiplayer only, fair enough. I'd talk about multiplayer only. No, and then I would also bring up the meme. Now that $60 multiplayer only bullshit. But yeah, if you want it to only be about the core thing, make it only the core thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wait, they're not with fucking. Oh yeah, that's right, because Focus Home Interactive now has the. Shit, I gotta change some shit in the script. Fuck. Fuck, because okay, so Cold Iron Studios has been bought and sold so many fucking times, it's crazy. This is literally their first game they've ever made. I almost followed the entire rabbit hole down, but I didn't realize that they got sold by, or maybe Daybreak Games got bought by Focus Home. I can't fucking remember. Shit, okay, I gotta fix that.
God, I keep fucking up the additions now. Well, we're not doing any more additions for this battle anyways.
Okay, they were bought by Enad Global. So how did Cold Iron get to Focus Home? I've got everything. I've got all the rest of its history down. I just need to figure out when the hell Focus Home jumps in the picture here. Remember Evolve? Yeah, I do. I remember Evolve. A lot of people wish they didn't, because Back 4 Blood is even trying to be like, we made Left 4 Dead. Yeah, but you also made Evolve. Sorry, Turtle Rock. I ain't letting you live that down.
Yeah. What is Evolve? I've never really looked into it.
It was a 1v4 shooter. And what it was one player played as the monster, and you had, like, RPG mechanics, kind of. Because you would level up during the match, and that would let you evolve and evolve and evolve and get more and more dangerous. And the hunters would have to try to hurry and kill you before you got to stage 3 and were actually, like, destroying the generator. So, the game was supposed to be asymmetric, completely asymmetric.
Okay.
But asymmetric balancing is incredibly difficult. So what ended up happening was the creature was incredibly weak at tier 1, so the hunters would speed run trying to kill him. And then when it's got to tier 2, it was kind of more of an even fight back and forth. And then tier 3, you know, the creature was firmly in control. But to stop people from
Charge
speedrun
complete.
killing the creature at tier 1, they would they made the creature at tier 1 more powerful. So then it completely threw everything out of fucking whack, and they could never fix the balancing. It was a shit show all around. It was a fucking shit show. Yeah, the gameplay loop was absolutely horrendous. Who or what is Focus Home? Focus Home Interactive are a publisher. So that's what I'm trying to figure out when Cold Iron Studios went to Focus Home Interactive. Also, charge complete, apparently.
Yep, charge complete.
Evolve, more like Return to Monkey. The gameplay loop was horrendous. If there was some beneficial activity to do for the hunters than trying to catch the monster, and the monster could try to risk to sabotage something from hunters. Yep. Damn it, I had erased Evolved from my mind. Thanks for that. Yeah, well, you're welcome. Like I said, I won't let fucking Turtle Rock forget it. Okay, so I need to mention Daybreak got bought by Enad Global 7, which is a company I've never fucking heard of. Apparently it's a Swedish video games holding company. Oh my god, they actually bought out a Russian publisher? Whoa! Oh, good on them. Fucking, I see a mega corporation. You guys remember Turok 2 and how good its gore mechanics were? Because I do. I do love Turok 2. And
I've actually never played it.
Oh, the gore was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, way over-exaggerated. Like, blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, he's rolling around on the ground and blood squirting everywhere. Look at him go.
Sounds fun.
Oh, he's still rolling on the ground.
Really? I still haven't unlocked any more editions. I'm probably unlocking mirrors pretty soon, I think. Unless I'm reading that wrong. Yeah, I think I'm reading that wrong. Never mind. I'm gonna switch back to this for the next battle. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Alright, we can do the next boss now. Then I'll do the one after that next time. The Divine Dragon will be a pretty good way to start the next stream.
There we go. I was able to add it in. I was able to fit that section in pretty easy. That's good. All was actually fun and had a good concept, but all the marketing initial release was god-awful. I agree. I like asymmetric warfare games. Like, I'm genuinely keeping myself, though, from getting that Predator Hunting Grounds game. Because I love the concept of asymmetric warfare. It's four mercenaries, and they're fighting NPC like soldiers, stuff like that, but there's a predator that's on the loose as well, so the soldiers have to get their objectives done and the predator is hunting the mercenaries. I love that concept, but the microtransactions in that game are fucked, and it was Epic Game Store exclusive, so I'm already predisposed to not like it. It's on
fuck.
Steam now, but oh boy.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck Epic Game Store.
Yeah. What are its reviews? It's very positive and mostly positive. Okay. Yeah, again, the game looks fun and enjoyable, but man, oh man, I just can't. It's the DLCs. They've already got 9 DLCs on their storefront, and they're all $4.99 and above. And it gives you access to like new classes and everything, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. Yeah, it was basically a snowball effect on the monster side and Evolve. Oh, go ahead.
No, just, you know what I said about Master Chief in the bikini? That exact image is on fucking the server right now.
Nice. That's fucking great. If that's not Master Chief, though, that's ODST armor, but still.
I don't care. It's close enough. And that's pretty much perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Uh-oh, it looks like the game's having trouble loading this next area. Oh. I really hope I don't have to reset. Yeah, it shouldn't be taking this long.
No, it's a third person. It's a third person shooter. Hunter, Predator Hunting Grounds. Hunter, wow. Hunter Predator Grounds? Nice. But yeah, Predator Hunting Grounds is a third person shooter if you play from the perspective of the Predator. If you play from the perspective of the Mercenaries, it's a first person shooter.
We might have a little bit of a problem with, Legend of Dragoon right now.
Uh-oh.
The music is fine, but this next area just isn't loading in.
Beep Boop says, oh my god, I have been watching your recent Fallout videos, and I go to your page to subscribe, and you're live streaming my actual favorite game ever. No spoiler, but my guy is Lavitz.
Ah, good choice, and, thank you. Yeah, Legend of Dragoon is in my top 5. I fucking love this game so much. I am going to do an analysis video on it one day, because, man, if I could get even one more person to play this game, I'll consider that as fucking massive success. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to reset because it's just not loading in this next area, and it's really weird.
I've played some of the Metro games, Meme Night. I'll come to that in a second. Zoyster says, big gameplay changes like that should be free, in my opinion. It divides the community when developers do that. Absolutely. It's the same lesson that Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine learned. They divided an entire new game mode for multiplayer and new mechanics systems, the Dreadnought, behind a paywall. It split the community and just it basically instantaneously killed the player base of the multiplayer, keeping that game up and running. So I don't like when companies do that. Anyways, Meme Night asks, have any of y'all played any of the Metro games? Yes.
No.
I have played Metro 1 and a Metro 2. I have not played Metro Exodus. Because it was, Epic exclusive. Yeah, so, weird games. Definitely Slav jank. There's cool elements in it, but oh boy, there's some weirdness going on. I loved the moral choices, though, in the second one. Not gonna lie. Especially, how do you deal with your commissar friend? I don't want to go too much into spoilers. Yeah, I won't go too much into spoilers, but there's a guy who's not who you think he is, and you have a chance later on to kill him or save him. And by save him, I mean you can change out the filter on his oxygen mask. And you leave him knocked out, but you change out his filter, so he's not gonna die out there on the hellish wasteland of the planet. You played any of the meme games? There are some games I like to say is meme. Is anyone getting Back for Blood next month? I absolutely am not.
No.
I am avoiding it.
Wasn't planning on it either way, but...
Stephen Boy, I'm just glad that CRPGs haven't started nickel and diming yet. One of the few genres I can play without worrying about having to shell out $60+ for the complete experience. Yeah, that's fair. Zoyster, that's what annoyed me about Dead by Daylight. It's DLC blocks off major gameplay, especially since they now have their large cosmetic store that also brings in a lot of money. Yeah. I understand it, though, for licensed chapter in Dead by Daylight, as it is at least understandable. I think I get what you mean, where if they have licensing fees they have to pay and everything to use the character, I get why that's locked away. I do. Yeah. Michael Kulik says, "Yo, what's up, boys? How is your day going?"
Not bad for the most part. This is the last day of my
That's it,
vacation, though, so... Pretty bummed about that. I go back to work tomorrow.
Oh.
Don't want to fucking go!
Bernie Gore says, "Have you played any of the meme games?" I played lots of meme games.
I don't know, like, what games you might be referring to there.
Oh, I know a game we should... Oh.
What?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna just leave it as a surprise. I got a game we should do.
Uh-oh.
It's an RPG.
Hylix? Because I've been meaning to play that.
No. No. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So, I want you to read out the name of this game,
Uh-oh.
okay? And there will be people in the chat who will probably get what's so fucking funny about this.
Oh!
It's an
Little
RPG,
fucking-
by the
Barkley, Shut Up, and Jam Gaiden? Gaiden?
way.
I have no idea what that is.
It is a legendary meme game. It is an absolute farce. What do you guys think about Team Fortress 2? I used to enjoy it. I got off the wagon somewhere, though. I got tired of all the constant updates and everything. Like, it just felt like I lost the game that I enjoyed. I don't think it's a bad game. I just lost what I found interesting about it.
I do very much like Team Fortress 2. I put a lot of hours into it, but I haven't really played it too much in several years. I'll come back to it from time to time and play for like a day or two, but that's been the extent of it. There, we loaded. Okay. I don't know why it didn't load last time. That's weird. That's a little bit annoying,
So,
too.
Basically, to sum up this game, at the 2014 Awesome Games Done Quick event, the developers have stated they had never played the original Shut Up and Jam game and created this game after brainstorming ideas for an RPG that made them laugh. And you're in for a wild ride.
Sounds like it. God, it had to be these three fucking enemies again, didn't it?
Zoyster says TF2 is such a fun and addictive game. I suck whenever I try to play, but I absolutely love how incorporated man versus machine into normal multiplayer. 666 says the new Aliens game is better than Back 4 Blood. I advise getting that title instead of Back 4 Blood, especially due to the AI of the bots when playing it in single player. I can agree. I need to see where the new Aliens game is going. That's why I'm holding off on finishing this script until I see what this new DLC they're releasing here tomorrow. Or today, technically, here in 10 minutes. But yeah. I need to see what that DLC is going to be and how they're pricing it. And if it's actually going to split the community, like if it's going to segregate the class off and you have to pay for it, if it's only paying for the cosmetics on it, you know, there's all kinds of questions I need answered. Because I want to know how scummy the microtransactions are going to go. Yeah, well, it used to be constant updates, and then they petered off, and there's not really been updates to TF2 for a long time.
Yeah.
Again, I was saying I fell off the wagon when they were doing the constant update cycles.
Diamond dust.
This is going to be a hell of a boss fight. Hopefully we can do it.
I need to see, but I think they're the same price. Oh, hell no. Yeah, Back 4 Blood is $20 more expensive than the Aliens game. Yeah, I would definitely pick up the Aliens game. Any thoughts on the upcoming game, 6 Days in Fallujah? I wish it hadn't gotten cancel cultured its first time around. Because I don't know if it's going to be the same ideal they would have had originally. I'm interested to see it, but yeah. And this was cancel culture before cancel culture really got started. It was a bunch of angry mothers who said it wasn't right. They was showing Marines getting hurt and shit like that. And I was like, what the fuck?
Team Fortress 2 is the Dark Souls of Valve games.
Wow.
Dark Souls is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls comparisons.
Yeah, exactly. Unmorbid says, it's hard to say in this day and age. Companies get real scummy with microtransactions. That's one of Bethesda's major problems. They got greedy. Exactly. So I don't want to say bupkis about their future plans. I said we do need to see like a hard set, these are guaranteed, we're doing new chapters, new missions, stuff like that. That stuff, we need a guarantee of that. But I would need to see how they're actually going to monetize this game beyond just the initial purchase. Because they got to keep the studio's lights on and everything. So, you know, I got to see how they're going to push this.
Anyways, for anyone paying attention to the game, this boss fight is a bit of a bitch.
Skyrim writing is the Dark Souls of biblical writing. Wow. That's fucking terrible. Buzzard, a game can't show Marines getting hurt. Oh, I hope they don't find out about Call of Duty and Battlefield. No, it was weird because 6 Days in Fallujah, because it was a real event, they were saying that it would be disrespectful to all the veterans and people that died in Fallujah and everything like that. While meanwhile, the veterans were like, no, we'd love to see somebody tell our story. Especially because some of the developers on said game were also veterans. Yeah, no, that gets into a whole weird fucking thing. Raging Rat. Have any of y'all played Hide Lied or any of its sequels? And if so, what are your opinions on it/them?
No, I've never.
I have never heard of it.
My only knowledge of that game is from the AVGN episode.
Just out of question, since I haven't been paying too much attention to Fire Team, I assume there are multiple enemy types of xenomorphs? Yes. There are tons of different types of xenomorphs. Yeah, I don't know, Bernie. I don't know. I don't even know how Battlefield 1 and 5 got made, honestly. If that's the criteria that you're not allowed to show a real event and change things, potentially change things, and they did. I don't know how. Oh boy, that just gets into. I just don't like when people mess with history and like take credit away from one side and give it to another or stuff like that. I really hate when that happens. I mean, I agree. Microtransactions are a good way to keep the lights on. I'm not opposed to it completely. It's just so easy for companies to cross the line. Absolutely. That's why I want to see how they're going to monetize this with their microtransactions. I don't fucking know, Unmorbid. I don't know. It was a stupid controversy. It was really dumb. Yeah, but it happened. I would agree with the whole Battlefield 5 thing. Like, if Battlefield 5 was multiplayer, I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it. I'd still be annoyed by, like, fucking, cyborg women fighting for the British in World War II. It's like, that's a bit weird. Like, I don't know what you're going for. But then they stressed, they told us repeatedly, don't worry, the single player will be historically accurate. Oh, no. Yeah. So, about that single player. The French were an integrated army, not segregated army, you fucking idiots. And they're making us dig latrines. Yeah, you're a unit. You have to dig your own fucking latrine. Do you expect some other unit to come over and dig your latrine for you? Like, what the fuck? Oh, they won't let us fight. The French absolutely let them fight. That was never a thing that happened. You want to know what the sad truth was? The Free French Army, when they retook Paris, they wanted to take pictures of everybody that retook Paris. Well, the Americans showed up and they said, no, the boys back home aren't going to like that there are black people in this picture. So you got to make sure none of them are in these pictures. It was the Americans that forced it. But meanwhile, the French still, said that anybody, didn't matter if they were from the colonies or if they were from the mainland. If you're part of the Free French Army, you were French. They didn't give a fuck. Then we get to the Special Boat Service, which Battlefield 5 said was made up of criminals. What a fucking way to look at the Special Boat Service. What the hell? That is so bad. I feel, God, that would just annoy the shit out of me more than anything. And then we get to what I think is one of the worst offenders, which is mother and daughter doing the Norwegian commando raid on the heavy water treatment plants that the Germans set up to make nuclear weaponry. How dare you steal the achievements of people that fought and died in one of the most daring raids of the war to stop the Germans from creating nuclear weapons, and give it to a mother and a daughter because my message. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, what? You have some beef with the French 5th Special Latrine Division? Absolutely. Microtransactions can only be alright if the game has the model that needs it, the time periods when they appear are adequate, and the amount of content they provide is worth the price. Yeah, seems fair. Again, I don't want to see how they do it, because they said it's going to be seasonal stuff. And it's going to have new classes, new weapons, everything like that, so I want to see. Oh, fuck, that Norwegian Commando mission. Yeah, that one. It is sad to think that Battlefield 1, despite being made in probably the worst war to turn into a fun FPS, was leagues better than the cash cow that is World War II. Yeah. At least the game didn't have black female Nazis. Cough, Call of Duty World War II. Cough. Actually, there were black military Nazis. That is actually a thing that happened in history.
Wow.
Yep.
That's...
Medal of Honor Underground did the Free French Army more justice. I haven't played Medal of Honor Underground, so don't know. Or maybe I have long ago, but yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, look up American Krogan's video on Battlefield 5, but don't watch any of his other content. Yeah, I can't remember who did it, but there was an entire historical video about the black soldier that fought for the Germans in World War II. Man, come on, show me what your DLC is already. I don't want to go to sleep, wake up, and see what it is first and foremost, and then do everything. Come on.
No, it's supposed to be unlocking any time now?
Well, no, technically not. I'm just being picked.
Oh.
I'm just being cranky.
Fair enough.
Because I want to see it now. It is kind of sad that the Free French Army doesn't get the respect it deserves for what it did in World War II. Again, they fought, and they were their own army in spite of losing their homeland. They fought as an army in exile and a government in exile. But people are, you know, it's funnier just to say, ho ho ho, French surrender, cheese-eating surrender monkeys. Yeah, if I had to guess, the DLC is going to lock in 4 hours. It says 3 hours and 58 minutes to the next daily stuff, so I have a feeling the DLC will unlock then. Yeah, I'd say the base has enough customization and stuff like that that I'm not worried about if they add more skin stuff to it. I'm totally fine if they do that. The base game for Aliens Fireteam Elite has plenty of customization, special emotes, and everything like that, so not worried about them adding more.
Hard blade. Hammer spin.
little bit off topics. Have any of you guys watched Peanuts specials? I think they're good, especially for kids show. I have, but I would be hard pressed to remember them, honestly.
Same. I haven't watched any of those in a very long time. Like more than 15 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. They did. But they then considered the Japanese equal. They called them the Aryans of the East. So, basically, they liked the cut of Japan's jib in World War II.
Hard blade.
I'd say a bit of that. Yeah, everyone kind of has that belief. It's hard not to fall into that thing, especially depending on how you're taught and raised and everything. It's very hard not to fall into it. It doesn't help that certain races and certain religions are called the chosen ones. It's like, oh, that's not helpful. That's very not helpful. Motor customization is always good, unlike a certain game about undead superhumans that travel space. I don't know, my brain's kind of fried. I don't know undead superhumans that travel space.
Yeah, I don't know what that's from either.
Yep.
Sorry.
Warhammer? I don't know.
But they're not really undead.
Yeah, I have no idea. Woo! Boy, he fucked me up.
Oh yeah, Franz Stiegler, the German pilot who saved the B-17 known as Ye Old Pub, who was piloted by Charlie Brown.
That's
a great story.
This fucking cunt of a boss just healed over 1,000 health.
Cool. He's like, I deny you. Whoop.
Yeah. The thing is, too, is he has a special ability. I don't think any other boss in the game has this ability, where he actually lowers your character's levels, so they're doing less damage to him.
Oh, God. That'd be horrible.
Hard blade.
And additionally, I can't even use their Dragoon forms for more than one turn, because he has another ability, it's actually what we're here for in the story, that weakens them significantly.
Of course.
So this boss is just a bitch all the way around.
So what you're saying is, the Legend of Dragoon is the demon souls of...
Ban he! Ban he! Oh, cool. I got a spear. I got the spear. Alright. Yeah, I love the fact they became friends after the war, after they met up with each other. once they found out who each other were, and they kept in contact, they eventually managed to meet up, and they became friends after the war. Yeah. Like I said, I don't like when games start doing revisionist history, stuff like that, because with how bad history is taught to people, oh man, I don't like the fact that people think that that's the truth, or even remotely close to the truth.
God damn it. Oh, the levels are going back up now. About
Sweet.
goddamn time.
Now, kick them in the vulnerables.
The vulnerable balls?
The vulnerables. That's one of my favorite things in the Discworld series of books. They're like, okay, the dragon's attacking the city. It's currently perched right now on top of the watchtower. City guard, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get up into the watchtower and you're gonna go stab it in the vulnerables. And so they go up there into the watchtower, and he sees his city watch guard just kind of look at each other puzzled, and they look at the dragon. They're underneath the dragon. They look at each other again puzzled, and they come back down out of the tower. And he goes, what's wrong with you, man? He goes, I told you to stab it in the vulnerables. It ain't got no vulnerables, chief. I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. Turns out the dragon's a female. They were gonna go stab it in the balls. Yeah, I absolutely recommend the Discworld series of books. They are fantastic. They have some of the best wordplay in them. And yeah.
Rest in peace, Rose. This attack fucking nuked her last time. Oh, she survived. With 12 health!
It's more weird that people think difficulty is the point of the Souls game. It really isn't. Difficulty in the Souls game was so you took the world seriously, not so that they can be difficult for difficulty's sake. A lesson that certain games didn't learn. Man, oh man, Spear is a bit OP.
Can you guys explain spellcrafting in Morrowind? Can you literally create new spells? Like, how versatile is it? Okay. They have to be based on existing spells in the game. So let's say, for example, you've got a fire spell. You could do that for spell making. You could do it on touch or on target, and you can change the magnitude of it and the area of effect. And okay, a good example of this is in Patrician's video. He would lock doors with enemies on the other side of them, and then he would use an on-target flame spell that affected an area of several feet, so it would damage and kill enemies on the other side of the door.
Yeah. So yeah, so you get to change, is it on touch? Is it a distance spell? You can change the distance, you can change the area of effect, you can change the duration. Like, there are all kinds of things. So, like, there's stuff like doing efficient water walking, where you change it so that it costs as little mana as possible, but lets you water walk for the longest time possible. And stuff like that. Or change a spell that's originally supposed to be an on-touch spell into a ranged spell.
You know what's a really good one? Constant effect enchant on... It doesn't matter which clothing or armor piece. Slow fall by 1 point. It completely fucking negates falling damage.
You can actually use that, slow fall, make it a castable ability instead of on self. So now you cast it out and you can throw it out. And then you can actually save everybody's favorite meme, the mage who falls from the sky.
Yeah.
He didn't really say anything. He says he doesn't want to talk about it for obvious reasons.
I'm surprised they even programmed something in for that.
Yeah, he's literally nothing. There's nothing else that happens with him.
Yeah.
Okay, Sevkar's a good boy, so he will go back and turn in the gold. And also, that's other things I love about Morrowind is... Whoops. Sorry, buddy, I forgot to go get the spell I just literally talked about on stream. I'm sorry you died. Oops. Anyway, what I was going to say was the things I love about Morrowind is that you get stuff is like, oh, hey, cool, I found this really cool ring. Well, you can keep the ring. It's actually pretty nice to have. It has healing and stuff on it. But if you go back into town and you give the ring to a guy who said that his ring got stolen from him, it's his ring, you instead get a huge discount at the local merchant. And he'll also pay better for your items you give him. Shit. And in this quest, what I'm doing is, I found a guy who is dead. He is a tax collector.
I always do that every single time I play. It's part of my pretty much opening strategy.
I do it only if my character is a good guy. I will turn back in the money to the tax office.
Oh, I never do that.
Oh, I do, because you actually get 500 gold at the end of it.
Well, the thing about that is, if you kill the suspect before going back, you get to keep the money and you get the reward.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it as, what would my character do? So, and this character would turn it back in like a good boy. Okay, we'll pay you 500 septums. Got it. I know who done did it! But you know what, I'll humor the game. And we'll go through the process anyway. Okay, so tells us to go there. I am gonna make sure this time I go into his fucking house with full stamina. Because people got to watch my stream as I was trying to go back in and out, in and out, in and out, because my stamina was getting nuked since he's an unarmed fighter. It's like, he's gonna knock me to the floor and whoop my ass.
Die. Hard blade.
Okay. The 1930s was the Dark Souls of American decades. Wow. I played Morrowind on my Xbox 360, but it felt so dated. Well, it's because the 360. The 360 version is, without a doubt, the worst version of the game. Like,
yeah. Highly recommend you never play the console version of Morrowind.
Yeah. It's real bad. Man, tell you what though, when spear hits, whoo, it does good damage. Although this unarmed fighter is whooping my ass. There we go.
Alright, we just killed the boss, so I'm gonna be saving and ending this momentarily. Just as soon as we get back to the save point.
Okay. Oh yeah, on stream I had 2 instances. The moment I would rest, I got attacked by the Dark Brotherhood assassins.
Oh, yeah.
Twice. Back to back. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I literally killed him and said, now that I've cleared out my new shack in the swamp, I will now rest once again. And then I get up and hear a guy draw a dagger and he says, you're dead. I'm like, oh, fuck, again?
Be honest, you didn't hear you're dead. You heard you Inwa.
Probably. If I went back on the stream, probably. But oh god, it was just funny. It was like, are you serious? Again, really? I just killed the first assassin, and they sent another one already? Okay. Did that. Now let's go give the ring to his widow. Man, oh man. Morrowind, though, on PC now, and it instantaneous load screens. Oh, so good. Okay. Yeah. And in the Xbox version, if you actually do the spell crafting and you make a spell that makes you move too fast, you'll actually destroy the game.
Oblivion?
No, in Morrowind
Oh.
Xbox version. The game literally can't handle you moving that fast. It's like, no, what are you doing? Patrician kind of showed it off when he did his levitate level 500. And all of a sudden the game kept going, loading, and then he would move a little bit further, loading. He's like, okay, I better stop before I kill the Xbox.
Okay. We are going to get that next cutscene. After I get out of the Forbidden Land. I accidentally went the wrong way there.
Oh, that reminds me, I have to get I gotta download the one footage from Angry Joe so I can splice that into my review. That old fucking school thing to talk about the dark times working for the Angry Joe show.
Ah. Oh, Christ. I hate these fucking enemies.
Oh, fuck, 6.3 million people have seen that? Oh, no.
Seen what?
The part where I'm playing up, crying like a little baby while I'm surrounded by exploders.
What?
In his review, there's a part I'm in. That's what the part I'm gonna take out of the review and put into mine. I'm literally surrounded by exploding xenomorphs, and he's
Ah.
like, "Don't fucking move!" And I'm pretending to cry like a little baby, because they're literally like all around me, they're just
I
staring at
remember
me.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
He also used my footage of the multiplayer for executions and stuff like that, but I don't need that part. I just need the one part because I can do it. Those are the dark times. Shit, where the fuck was it in the review?
God damn it.
Oh, and there's me and him playing multiplayer together. Fuck yeah. Oh, I could do that, but no. I need to do the one where he physically sees me surrounded by him. Oh yeah, there's the part where I'm down and O'Neill, the AI literally blocks off the one tiny little pathway to get through. So Joe can't even revive me, so I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck?
Huh.
Yeah, that's a way to lose a game.
Alright, I think we might be coming up on the cutscene shortly. Let's grab this item before we go.
There it is. There it is. Found it. All right. Got it. Give me that. Yeah, video. Something.
Demon's Gate.
Is there a cutscene going?
Not quite yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Elden Ring is being made by From Software. Well, Dark Souls 1 didn't get a remake; it got a remaster, and it wasn't done by From Software. It was done by Q-Lock, and yeah, it did not do well. No, it's not good. I'd be fine with a Dark Souls remake. Again, it can be done, and it can be done well, but boy, I wouldn't look forward to it until I got it in my hands and was, testing it out and seeing how they did it. Because man, oh man, I'd be totally happy for Lost Isles and everything to get fixed. Also, I don't know if you were trying to say something, Pagan. Your stuff was lighting up, but it just wasn't going.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cutscene.
Okay. Pagan, you're hot mic.
Oh, here, I'll just mute.
All right.
Ah. Final Fantasy VII was online, yes. Wait. No, it's Final Fantasy 12 that was online, right? Because 13 was Lightning. Wait, was it Final Fantasy 11 or was it 12? Fuck. It was Final Fantasy 11 that was online. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Skywind. I am. However, I'm also dreading, like, if they try to do too many quality of life things. Like, please get rid of that fucking... Get rid of that, will point you directly to where you gotta go. Nonsense. Get rid of the quest markers and shit. Well, that's Square Enix for you. They kind of do weird things with their franchise. I hope Skywind's good as well. I really do. F13 doesn't exist? Well, unfortunately. The 7 remake was kind of lame. They only made one small chunk of it, padded it to hell with side quests, and then sold it for full game price. Yeah. Any word on Skywind release yet? As far as I know, no. 13 sucked, but honestly, it still had some good music and didn't let me down as badly as 15 did. I hated Final Fantasy VII's D-Make so much. They even censored Tifa CGI Mega Milkers. Sony is evil. Oh yeah, don't forget 13, 13.1, 13.2, yeah. Oh boy. Final Fantasy 13, 13.2, and Lightning Returns. There you go. There's the more accurate one. Never heard of them before. I hope they do a good job. At least you can play them until they release the remake, and if they're bad, at least you have the better versions. The world is ending. Let's all move to contemporary Japan. I mean, I don't think Japan's all that great, but you know what? I wouldn't be against it either. Tifa milkers are greater than vampire mommy milkers. Oh boy.
Oh god, are we going to get into a massive debate in the chat over
Boobies.
which cartoon titty is the best? Or I should say video game titty.
Tifa best girl. Reason 1, she isn't dead. Oh. I haven't checked into Skywind for a while, so I'm watching their new dev video. Well, new to me, I should say. But yeah, it's looking pretty nice. I'm very much liking the way they redid the Centurions, or sorry, the oh fuck, what were they called? It was the Dwarven roller bots instead of the fucking Centurions and the spider bots.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
I wish I
forget.
could. My brain just is.
No, I think those are the Centurions because the big ones are the golems.
Aren't they called Centurions? No,
I'm pretty
big
sure.
ones?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Let's.
The rolling ones were just called dwarven spheres.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Centurions are the super big, giant
Yeah,
ones.
Centurions are the big ones.
Oh, I thought those were just called golems.
New. Ah, no, in the old games, in Morrowind, they were called Centurions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as part of the retcon, they renamed them to Spheres, and they made Centurions the big robots.
Huh.
Yeah. Well,
Why
there you
the
go.
fuck would they do that?
Ah, because it's called a Dwemer Centurion Sphere, and Centurion Spider.
I don't remember Centurion Spider.
Yeah, they were the little spider.
Well, no, I
armor
know
spider
the
bots.
spiders, but I thought they were just Dwemer Spider.
No. And then you have Steam Centurion. So then you do have the big ones that are called Steam Centurions.
Huh.
Wow. Two additional types of Centurions were encountered in Tribunal expansion.
I just want to point out a comment in chat quickly. Ave, true to Tifa.
Nice. Oh, that's a bit weird, Zoidster. Bro, I'll gladly become a zombie if that means Jill Valentine is who's putting a bullet in my head. Ooh. No thanks. Yeah, so it turns out in Morrowind, they literally, almost all of the Dwemer stuff were called Centurion, and then a thing afterwards. And then the big ones were just called Steam Centurions.
Hmm.
Who knows the name change? Oh, well, again, remember, Dragonborn used to just refer to Imperials. It was just being born in Cyrodiil. You were Dragonborn. And now it's fucking your Jesus for some reason.
Well, even in Morrowind, they referred to the Nerevarine as being a Dragonborn, but you don't.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not specifically an Imperial.
Yeah, but you were born in Cyrodiil. That's what Dragonborn originally referenced. Patrician brings up in the video that Dragonborn literally just meant you were born in Cyrodiil.
Ah.
Under the sign of the dragon. You know, under the banners of the dragon. So it's like, yeah. It's fucking weird. Imagine being named after a shape. But yeah, I saw the type they were showing in Skywind thing, and it looks really nice. Looks way more fancy and like more interesting looking. Ooh, hold on a second. Hold up. They're changing the way the Ministry of Truth looks.
Huh? How much?
It actually has like architecture built out of the side of the rock and everything. Oh, interesting. Here, I'll take a picture.
Oh my god, fuck off.
What?
I don't know. My dude just decided even though he had stamina, he's like, I'm just gonna take a really long time with this swing and let this really stupid enemy kill me for no reason. Now I gotta fight all the way back through all that shit.
Actually, what am I doing? I'll just full screen this and then take a screen. There we go. I do like, they've got a kind of cool statue thing that they're showing in this concept art for it as well. Here, when I link. The statue thing is in the top right.
Let's see.
Put it in.
Oh. Yeah, that
Yeah,
does
I
look
like-
interesting.
Yeah, and it's a statue of Vivek's hand, like squeezing a rope as if he's pulling it back. I like that. That's kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's a neat touch, and I do like it because it fits more as kind of like what it's supposed to be. You know, like of course, instead of just digging into it, they actually have like full architecture sticking out of it and make it look interesting.
Yeah, I do really like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and so what they're saying is part of the milestone is they finished literally all the concept art for the entire project now. So now the modelers have references they can work based off of. Oh, they made unique covers for every single book in the entire game. Wow. Oh, here we go. They show a 3D render of the new Centurion.
All right. I'm gonna save the game now and end the stream.
Yeah, that's
Just gotta get back over to the save point. To everyone in chat, thank you for coming out. And have a good one, I guess.
yeah. Skywind, why is this name so fitting? I don't know. It is kind of funny, you know, Skyrim, Morrowind, Skywind. It is kind of funny that it's, you know, two references to the air. Testicle shavers are cool legit. What the fuck?
What? I guess that's the note we're ending the stream on. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, take care, everybody. It was good to see you guys coming out.